Alrighty, so I am going to open up the HCSS MyField app. First thing I'm going to do is at the top right of my screen, I am going to click the refresh button. That allows anything new added to the job from the office to be added in. And then I'm going to select my job. We are out at Bowman Village today, and first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the diary, and at the top right you can see you can use the location, and that takes the precise weather conditions at the current location you are at. And then you can also add in some additional details like there was a light fog in the morning. Down below I'm going to put the plan for the day. We have a proof roll scheduled for 9 a.m. and we plan on putting the base course down after the proof roll. And then you can see over on the left-hand side you have tags, so you can have a material delay, weather delay, equipment breakdown. These are just different items that may happen on that particular job that day. For this one, I'm going to put subcontractor issue, and I'm going to say that Summit Engineering was late to the proof roll, which delayed us a few hours. We essentially weren't able to start until 11:30, the base course. So you see in the bottom left that we have completed a little bit of our diary, but next up we're going to go into our time card, and first thing on the time card we're going to select our cost code, which is what we are going to be working on today. And we're going to be working in code 800, putting down the 2-inch initial asphalt lift. After that, we're going to add our crew and equipment, and like I said, we had Andre Battle in our crew. We had Andre Battle Jr. in our crew. We had Eric Lawson. And we had Chris Crabtree. And then, as you can see, after that, you can go over to the equipment, and you can select which pieces of equipment you used that day, and you can select which employee was operating that piece of equipment. So Andre Battle Jr. was operating the paver. As far as the Volvo 9-wheel roller, Eric Lawson was operating the 9-wheel roller. 0-4, the Volvo 3-ton roller. Chris Crabtree was operating that. And 5-8, the skid steer, Andre Battle was operating that. And then we're going into the pickup trucks. Foreman or different personnel may be driving a pickup truck to the job site. Andre Battle was driving GD09, and for GD38, Andre Battle Jr. drove GD38 to the site that day. And at the top right, you can click Done. And you can see that your crew and your equipment has populated over on the left. So on the far right-hand side, you can see your total hours for each crew member and each piece of equipment. Right here, I have selected Andre, and I'm going to say that he worked 11 hours that day. A nice feature that you can do is you can select multiple boxes. So if you know that your whole crew worked the same amount of time that day, you can select each of their boxes and say that they all worked 11 hours. And then as far as equipment, you can enter in how many hours that particular piece of equipment ran. So I'm going to say that the cat paver ran for a total of 6 hours. I'm going to say that the 5-8 skid steer ran for 4 hours. I'm going to say that my pickup truck, the 2 pickup trucks, ran for 2 hours. That's mainly on my way to and from the job site. And then I'm going to say my 9-wheel roller ran for 5 hours. And then down at the bottom, 0-4, the Volvo 3-ton roller ran for 5 hours. So we have all of our hours for our crew members and all of our hours for our equipment. Next step would be at the top where we have our cost code that we were working on that day, which was cost code 800, 2-inch initial lift. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to indicate how much of my production quantity I accomplished that day. So looking at my ticket from Carolina Sunrock, I can see that we laid a total of 239.33 tons of asphalt. And I am going to go back and instead of turning in my tickets to the black box, I can actually go to the photos section and I can take a picture of my last ticket where it indicates that I did 239.33 tons of asphalt. And then if you click on the little paper airplane there, you can send that photo off, and that ensures that it has been sent in to the system and the office has now received that photo. I'm going to go back into the diary at the end of the day and give a synopsis of what was completed. And then you can see on the bottom, you can see that the diary and the time card has not been sent yet. So instead of sending them off one by one, you can go down to the bottom right and you can indicate that you want to send all of your transactions, which would be your diary, your time card, and you can see the check mark that the diary was sent. We sent in one photo and the time card has also been sent in.